Hey guys, welcome to episode number 46. Today is Monday, so it's Update Monday. Here is the 55-gallon fish tank, and it's almost a species-only tank. There are a few Tetras that are really fast that I haven't caught yet, and I'll catch those probably tomorrow when I do a big water change on this tank. I find that Tetras are really hard to catch when your water is high because they'll go high, they'll go low, you'll never catch them. It's just too much work and you stress the fish out. So I like to drop the water level low before I try to catch them. But if you'll see here, I'll just kind of pan along the bottom, there are a lot of tiny molly fry. And I believe one of my females just gave birth again within the past couple days. And I think it was that one there. Nice big one, but she doesn't look pregnant at all. I think that's because she just gave birth. Well, this one is still kind of round. When they get boxy, you know they're about to give birth. But yeah, there's tons of fry in the tank, and there's already tons of juvenile fish in the tank, so yeah, that'll lessen the bio load a little bit and allow me to focus on just these mollies in this tank, which will be good. So I'll have that done probably tomorrow when I do my big water change. But that's what's going on in here. Also, the mangroves have been growing so quickly that, if you'll notice, I had to raise the height on those lights. I brought them up about 6 or 8 inches because this guy, this champ right here up at the top, he grew so high that he was basically touching the lights, and the leaf might have suffered a little bit because of that, but I think he'll be okay. I mean, as you can see, it's got that much growth to the stem already, which is great, and it's only got 2 pairs of leaves. Some of these other ones have 2 pairs of leaves as well, but they haven't grown quite as tall. And I kind of see the general trend that the taller the mangroves are, and the red mangroves, and the thicker the stems were to begin with, the healthier the plant seems to grow once it starts sprouting leaves. But this one's got a lot of good growth on it. This one's got a lot of good growth on it. This one's got a lot of good growth on it. And you'll see there are some that just haven't really grown a whole lot. There's this one that's kind of just starting. There's that one in the back that's just kind of starting. There's this one down here that's just kind of, I don't know, not really going anywhere. Not going anywhere fast. But I think the signs to look for when you're growing red mangroves is once they start to root. You've got to look for the ones that are sending out a lot of good prop roots. That's your first indicator. If the prop roots aren't coming, or if there aren't a lot of them, or if they aren't growing fast, then you've probably got a bad plant. And if it shrivels up at all like this, you've obviously got a bad plant. It's not going to grow. But then once it starts to leaf, what you need to look for is big healthy leaves that are coming out, but also a lot of the stem growth. The stem growth seems to be pretty key as well. So those are things to look for. And I'm really excited to move these crayfish out of here shortly and start to dose this tank with fertilizers. I think I'll see a lot of good growth now because the prop roots are formed and the lateral rootlets are formed, and the only thing holding that up are the crayfish. I don't want them being dosed in this water as well. You'll notice the crayfish actually are getting fairly large as well. I think all of them have shed at least once, and one shed the other day. I think it was this one over here, the biggest one, and one of the others stole its shed and ate it, but I guess that's life. And you'll see over here, I'm adding my, acclimating my Tetras that were in my fish tank, and they've been in here for a while, so the temperature in this water is a little bit cooler than the temperature that they were used to, so they'll probably be, you know, a little bit slow for a while, but you know, I've cranked the temperature on that heater up as high as it'll go, and it's still not making a huge difference. So I'll have to keep an eye on this tank. I know cold water isn't the best for tropical fish, so I'll watch them. I gotta do a water change on this tank. It's dirty again, but that's what's kind of going on over here. Loading this tank up with fish, you know, trying to even my bio load out. This one's got 2 big filters on it, and it's got a lot of good plant growth, so hopefully it can tank the bio load that's coming its way. But pretty excited about that. Pothos is growing. There's like 4 or 5 new leaves there within the last week or so. And the only other piece of big news is this here. Eheim was nice enough to send me their Aquastyle 35, and I believe that stands for 35 liter. So I'll be doing a unboxing video of this later, and then an instructional how-to video on how to set it up. But I've got the tank here and I've got the stand here, so I'm pretty excited about that. But other than that, I don't really have much else going on. These guys are definitely going to outgrow this tank here at some point in the near future, and I've started to look at their head shapes, because some people say that you can sex a diamondback terrapin, you know, a little bit early, just based on the shape of its head. I guess the females have larger heads. They're kind of boxier. They're more of a square shape, and the males have a more slender head shape to them, and you can start to tell that perhaps before the 4-inch shell length mark, where, you know, the tail starts to drop, and then you can obviously tell who's who. But I believe that this one here might be female, and I believe that this one here also might be female, and I believe this one might be a male, and I believe this one might be a male as well. But that's just my speculation, so we'll see how they turn out. And I really have no idea with these two. I mean, my original 3 like to just kind of swim together, but the other 2 seem to just stick in the corner over here and sleep all day. So maybe raising the water temperature will get them out and active more. But it's been cold out, so you know, I'm doing what I can with what I've got. But that's kind of what's going on. So I'm really excited to break into these packages, but that's for another video. So I'll see you guys later.